Okay, so my name is Stuart Schaefer, and I'm the head of reference at the Farmingdale Public Library. And we will be talking about RBDigital magazines for the next few minutes, probably about a 10 or 15-minute presentation. I will be sharing my screen with you so that you will be able to see what I see. So on your screen right now, you have my contact information. It has my phone number, 516-249-9090, extension 203, and my email address, fdaleref@nassaulibrary.org. And my library website, where you'll find RB Digital magazines, is farmingdalelibrary.org. And below that, you have an outline of today's presentation. First, I'm going to give you a brief background of RB Digital magazines. I'm going to show you how to log on and kind of work on your account. We're going to download a magazine, and then I'm going to show you how to look at the magazine, how to actually go forward and take a look at it in different ways. So without further ado, let me do a new share because I want to show you the library website, which is at farmingdalelibrary.org. There you go. Excuse me. So to get to RB Digital magazines, you will be clicking under ebooks and magazines as the top left side of the screen. We're going to click on RB Digital magazines. And you'll see the first page of the RB Digital website. So you can download magazines to your Apple device, an iPad or an iPhone. You can put it onto a Google device, anything with Android, or even on a Kindle or a Kindle Fire device. The links can be found at the top part of the page over here, App Store, Google Play, or Kindle Fire. Excuse me. So I'm first going to log out because I want to show you how to log in. I keep my account logged in. If you haven't created an account, you would click on Create a New Account over here. You're going to put in your barcode, which you will need. The barcode is on the back of your library card. It's a 14-digit number, starting with 21736. Once you put that in, it's going to prompt you for your name and your PIN number. But now I'm going to actually click Login, and I'm going to put my password in. So it says, welcome, Stuart. Yes, that's me. The question mark next to that is a help icon. So if you are having trouble with RB Digital magazines, you can click on that, and it will, you could be able to send a question to their tech services department. Answers, you'll probably get an answer within a day or so. But before you do that, please call me at the library or email me. So you can find your account information under here, this little icon just to the right of my name. You can click on my preferences, and it's pulling it up, hopefully. So you can have an option to automatically check out a new issue, or you can have a notification for a new issue. It'll send you an email. You can make changes, and then when you click update, it'll update those changes and save them. If you click under my preferences, my magazine collection, it's loading my magazine collection, which is extensive because, well, I get to work on the magazines at the library. And you can see this very extensive list. You can display the magazines in a number of formats, in a box format like this, or just in the list format over here. I personally like the box format like this. But you can also display either 8, 12, 16, 40, or 100 magazines at one shot. You also have an option to sort them by issue date, or checkout date. So without further ado, I'd like to show you how to download, let's say, Family Handyman. I clicked on Family Handyman, and I'm going to go back because I just did this a couple of hours ago. So I'm going to click a new one. Let's click on National Geographic. I'm going to try another one because I think I downloaded that. I've done a couple of practice runs with this resource. And let us try, this issue of National Geographic. What's going on here? I'm sorry. Let's try Popular Mechanics. It's not going to do it. Okay. So I'm back at the screen, the splash screen, and I really want to show you how it downloads it. So I'm going to click on Browse the Magazine Collection. That's what it was. And let's click on the New Yorker. And this gives you a lot of contact information or information about the publication. It tells you that this is the New Yorker from April 6th. And then it gives you a little blurb about the magazine. You can read it now either on a PC, a Mac device, or a mobile device. This is where a link to get the mobile apps from either Apple or Google or Kindle. This also gives you the genre of the magazine, the country, language, and the number of issues. In this case, it's weekly. If I click on checkout, I'll check out the magazine and we'll actually be able to see it. Also note that on the right, you have an option to automatically check out the next issue so that you would get the next issue probably April 13th or so, or April 20th if you continued it. And that's actually a nice feature going forward. And if you scroll down a bit, you can get back issues from March 30th, March 23rd, March 16th, March 9th. And you can even show more back issues under the this row of 4 magazines. The option is to show more back issues. So we're going to check out the magazine. Checking out, loading, please wait. And it should download it soon. At the top of this box, it says, success, start reading in your browser or reopen the app and sync. So I'm just going to start reading. But before I do that, do note that you can automatically check out the next issue by clicking on this box. And you have another option to get the mobile app from either Apple, Google, or Amazon Kindle. We're going to start reading. And you now have the April 6th issue of the New Yorker. This is the front page of it. And if you notice on the right side where my cursor is hovering, you can click on this arrow facing right. That'll go to the next page. And this is actually the index page over here on the right side. And to me, it looks a little small, but if you click on the magnifying glass at the bottom right, you can make the page bigger. Just note that if you make the page bigger, you get less on the page. But I want to make it a little smaller, so I'm going to use the magnifying glass with a minus. And that'll make the font a little smaller. Let's go to another next page. Contributors are on the left page. The mail. And this is an article about going-ons about town. And then this next page looks like it's page 8 or so, maybe. It's the New Yorker, the talk of the town. Again, that's pretty small, but you can make it bigger or smaller. You also have the option to make it full screen. I'm going to click on this little box just to the right of the magnifying glass with a plus. That makes it full screen. And if you want to go back to the regular other screen, just click Escape on your keyboard. So on the left side of the screen, under the letters RB, by the way, RB stands for Recorded Books, we have a table of contents if I click on this top link right here. And you have the option to either look at the magazine page by page or by article. And it looks like since there's so much text here, it might be easier to do it by articles because it's really hard to read anything under the page option. So under the articles feature, right over here, all hands on deck, MacGyvering, hot meal department. There's an article on Sketchpad or the Department of Snake Oil. Scrolling down, a reporter at large. There's a poem called Mask. And let's look at an article called A Critic at Large, The Spread. So this is the article, a lot of text, but we have a picture. And there you go. I'm using my vertical scroll wheel, my vertical bar on the right side over here. You could also use your scroll wheel on your mouse to scroll down further in the article. If you're interested in this and you wanted to bookmark it, just click the second option on the left under the table of contents option. It's this one, looks like a bookmark. So it's a toggle, either on right now or off. And this third option allows you to look at it in a PDF format, Adobe's PDF reader. And I don't really want to do that. So I'm going to click on just the text view. But the letter A allows you to make the font bigger. And when it's grayed out, it means it's as big as it gets. So I'm going to use the A under the first one to make it a little smaller. And the 4 circles allows you to change the background. Black, white, tan. And I think that's a grayish background. And we're just going to go back to the an article, another one. Just to show you, you can go forward and then back. And this is the page view, which, yeah, there are some pictures, but the font is really small. That's hard to see. And what else would I like to show you? So we're looking at pages and articles. And in some cases, you can have a scroll bar on the bottom of the page where you just pick up a black line and you can scroll to the next page or to any page in the issue of the magazine. It'll actually kind of like be turning the pages by your hand, but really, really quickly. And that's an interesting feature. It's helpful. So now we're back at the first page where we download the magazine. I showed you the back issues, and I showed you how to find even more back issues. And let's see what else. I'm going to share my contact information because I think I've pretty much shown you a lot of RBDigital magazines. It's a really great resource. And if you have any questions, give me a call at the library, 249-9090, extension 203 when we're open. And just email me at fdaleref@nassaulibrary.org. And I will contact you as soon as I get your email. If you have any questions, I could certainly call you, or you can come into the library when we're open. Hopefully it'll be soon. I don't know when. But yeah, if you have any questions, give me a call or email me. And I plan on keeping an archive of these webinars on the library's database page. It'll be under electronic resources, and there's going to be a link to the archives of these database webinars. It'll also be on YouTube, and I hope to see you there. Thank you for showing up, and I hope this was useful. Take care and have a great night.